Hi guys, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today we are doing another junk journal with me. So this is actually another spread for the Junk Journal July challenge, and this will be the spread for day 4, which the prompt is details. I know when I first saw that prompt, I was not sure what I was going to do. It really took me a while about thinking about what I wanted to do. And I knew that I kind of wanted to go like the paper cluster route as my details for this spread. So first I'm starting off with adding a bit of a background. Since the page on the right side is completely white and blank, I like to cover that up as much as possible. I don't really like stark white pages in my junk journal, and so I will do anything to cover it up. So now I'm taking this postcard that was sent to me from one of my dear pen pals and cutting off the outside border. I didn't feel like it really needed the border, and I think that in the end it actually fits better on the page without it. So I used that to kind of cover up a lot of the empty space. The page on the left is actually vellum, and the print is on the other side, so you're just seeing like the back of the print on the side of this spread. And so I kind of wanted to give it a very like white and neutral background so that when I do turn the page to the other spread, you can actually see the full print and not be too distracted by a bunch of other like colors and shapes and stuff. So I'm using some of these print on stickers from MU. I believe it's MU, and they're the shiny gold ones. I have a love-hate relationship with these. I am a huge fan of the MU print on stickers, but these ones are very finicky, like super finicky. And I have found just from kind of like testing it out, which it's kind of, it's an expensive test because you're like literally wasting these print on stickers if they don't come off completely. They stick to certain papers, and then other papers, like anything with like a texture to it, they do not stick to. And so, at least on this one, because I stuck it to like a flat, like back of a vintage map, so it's nice, the paper's nice and smooth. It stuck really well. Later in the video, I will have used another one, and I was using it on top of some handmade textured paper, and it did not stick well at all, and it came off like looking like a mess. But so I just made that paper cluster, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And I do kind of like, move things around a bunch. This is kind of like my process. I like what I call auditioning. So I take pieces and like move them around the spread before I ever glue them down. And that is just kind of my process. So I do end up sticking it up in that top corner. And I have to say, like, I have loved making paper clusters recently, like standalone ones, actually. They are so easy to make and so quick, especially if you only have like a few minutes to be creative, but you still want to play with your supplies. And then later, when you're actually doing your journaling, you can just stick them down and kind of work them into the spread as needed. So, yeah, I'm really a huge fan of making standalone paper clusters and kind of like keeping them for when you need a little help with your journal spread. So, on the right side, I had just finished gluing down that pay, I guess half sheet of paper with a collage on it, and I turned it into a pocket because I knew I wanted to stick something in there. And here I am digging through a box of some journaling cards that I had recently received from an order. Um, I end up pulling out a few things, but I do end up going with one of these flashcards in the end. Now, I have to say, I love using these flashcards as tags. And it's kind of fun to see the numbers like pop out in between however you're like doing your collage on top of it. It just feels kind of nice to repurpose some of these things. And some of the flashcards in the set that I received like had stickers on them, like obviously like from a kid, and it's just kind of funny to see those things. And you can decide whether you want to cover it up or leave it. I think it kind of adds a nice little element to the story, just like having it there. This one didn't have one of those stickers, but I do have some in my stash that I will probably kind of just leave there because I think it's kind of cute. So now I'm adding more details on top of this tag, and I'm really layering it up with different images. So the image of the lady was actually my one of my pen pals. She had stamped that on her letter, and I love that stamp so much I cut it out. It was the same pen pal who gave me the postcard, and I think like she messaged me later when she saw that spread, and she's like, "You don't have to cut out my images. I can just send you some stamped images." And I'm like, "Oh, I should just ask." Because she has like an amazing stamp collection and she always decorates her stationery so beautifully. So, and her envelopes. So I have in the past like cut off like pieces of the letter or cut out pieces of the envelope just so I could use the stamped images. So yeah, that's a testament to her good taste. So now I know I want to do kind of a layering aspect to this. So here I go again. I am testing my luck with these gold print-on stickers. So at first I think I'm going to just lay it straight down on the vellum, and then I'm like, oh no, let me add this textured piece of handmade paper because that would look amazing. Well, that was my mistake right there. And you're about to see my mistake. And I left it in because I think that it's good to see when we kind of screw up, and it's okay and we'll just roll with it. So I start peeling up that image of a flower and it's not sticking. And so I keep trying and I keep trying and it's still not sticking. And finally I just get frustrated and I pull it off. And now it looks like a gold mess. It's like not even reminiscent of what the flower actually looked like. It's like literally a mess. So that's where I'm just like, I'm just going to go with it because I spent money on these stickers. They weren't, the cheapest stickers in the world. So we're just going to go with it. It's going to be, it's abstract. That's what we're going with. It's an abstract flower. I have to laugh or I'll cry. No, I'm not going to cry. So I'm taking my crocodile. That was the little tool that I'm using. And I'm punching in that eyelet into the flashcard and then also into the vellum so then it's like a little layered piece that's interactive. I wish I had left the eyelet a little bit looser so that I could move the vellum, like slide it, but that was not happening. I got a little overzealous when I was pushing down on it. So, yeah. So I know on the back that in case I want to write on it later, I added this piece of paper. I believe it's Tomo River paper. And I just tape it down to the back so that if I do want to write later, I can have a nice little spot to do some extra journaling. So now that we're getting towards the end of the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and coming along my journaling journey. Let me know if you guys are doing Junk Journal July or not. I'd love to hear if you guys are, and if you're posting videos or images, I'd love to see them. So just let me know down in the comments. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys back for my next journaling spread. Bye.